Mm, mm, mm. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, and don't adjust your screens. I am back. I need you to unmute your mic there, bud. I am back. It is Monday. It is 8:30. It is that weekly Pro Premium Racing Week in Review. I am Daniel Ship, along with Bobby Peters. We are coming to you live this Monday night. Oh, I got myself in my ear. I got to turn that off. Oh, okay. I got to turn myself off there. Whew, can't listen to myself twice. Bobby, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you, sir?
Busy on the phone, I see.
Yes. Well, I'm sending out invites to everybody. I just sent out 77 invites.
So I mean, the last 2 weeks we've had really good interviews. Jonathan Morrissey, uh, Langenstein, Charlie Langenstein.
Yes.
Had a brain there.
We have Tamarcus Morgan today.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been really good interviews. Along with that, we're able to incorporate a lot of our stuff that we've been doing with Pro Premium, which is great. And we'll mention that. And we want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell button. That way, when we go live, you go live. Go to Facebook. Make sure to give us a like. So we mentioned it tonight. Bobby mentioned it that we're going to have another guest tonight that'll always start off the show. And we seem to do pretty good with our guests. So I'll go ahead and bring him in. Let's see. I think he's in the waiting room. Let's see if we can get him in here. There he is. And we will ask him to unmute. Should be able to unmute his mic there. There he is. There he is. Demarcus Morgan, how you doing tonight, bud?
Oh, just good, man. Just relaxing, getting ready for the week. You know how that goes.
So how's it been, man? We're friends on Facebook, and I saw you were pretty busy over the weekend. You were down there in Florence, which I've got a lot of family down there from Myrtle Beach, and of course Myrtle Beach closed, and so they recently had the South Carolina 400, which was named after and it was in memoriam of Charlie Powell, who,
Right.
if you guys don't know, Charlie was a huge promoter down there. He owned Florence. And it was recently taken over by, I believe, Steve Zacharias, if I'm not mistaken. So you were down there for late modifieds and all that. How was that this weekend, man?
It was actually pretty cool to see the cars in different drive. But it was more of I'm gonna go back. The heat. I didn't expect it to be that hot. Let me turn this down. Sorry, I didn't expect it to be hot the way it was. It's supposed to be cold, and it was like 70 something degrees out there. So, but other than that, it was some good racing, man. I mean, some great racing.
So, and you talk about it, and I don't know how familiar you are, and I was able to see it. You had a couple cars down there. There was mention of it, some of the video. Did you have cars that you were helping out down there? You weren't just down there visiting, I'm guessing.
Correct. No, we were. I wasn't down there actually, just visiting. We had two cars from our developmental league from Ripware Racing and JR Courage and Racing Jason. Also, we had Garrett Smithley that was driving, and Jake, which is JR's brother, which was racing the other car. So yeah, I was helping out down there.
So walk me through it. You do help out a lot with Rick Rowe Racing. What's going on there? It's the off season for the big guys, but as you can kind of see, there is really no off season in motorsports because I mean, COVID kind of put a damper on a lot of schedules, but we have seen a lot of the smaller tracks are slowly starting to come back. Me and you I think we're in the same state in North
Correct.
Carolina. I know that there's a new mandate that came out today that me and you are dealing with, so it's kind of putting a little pressure on people. Are you seeing that through the racing community?
Right now, yeah. But as of like everybody slowing down, I don't see it slowing down. I'm sure Charlie, if he's watching, he can probably say we're not slowing down. We have to get ready for Daytona. So it's picking up, but also the community, especially around my area, and I'm sure down where you're at, is freaking out because the stuff is about to happen. So
to Marcus,
correct.
You joined our league probably about what, 2 months ago?
About 2.5, 3. Yeah.
It's tell us about, or tell everybody that's watching how that started. How where it started and where it's at today and what you're looking to go with it.
Well, how it started was I was on Twitter, like I said, and I seen you hit me up about it, and I was like, okay, this is another Joe that wants somebody to join a league because of my status, whatever. So I was like, whatever. So I seen something told me to add Jonathan and say, hey, what's going on with this league? And Jonathan's like, yo, it's legit. If you on board, I'll join you. I'll stay longer. So I jumped on board, and then ever since then it took off. And I always told everybody in the league, even you, that I can see this league going pretty far if you stick to it. And look what happened. So
it's exploded in the past about, what would you say, Ship, the past 30 days?
I mean, it's progressed really quickly, and we've seen, and you mentioned Jonathan, it's Jonathan Morrissey, which if you guys haven't seen, a couple of weeks ago, we did a great interview with him that'll be on the page. So, and he brought up the relationship between you guys. I mean, you guys go back pretty far or work well together. I mean, how did that come about? Because we know he's a small company.
Yes. Oh man. Like I said, I've been with RWR, off doing stuff for them. And I saw a cool car at the track at Martinsville, and I saw it and it said Richmond Flores. I'm like, holy crap, who is this guy? So I looked him up, and I took a video of Garrett getting out the car, slow-mo, doing what I do. And I seen him comment on it, like, oh, this must be the guy that owns the actual Flores. And me and him stayed in touch. Like we always hit each other back on Instagram, Twitter. Then I was like, man, you know what? Here's my number. So boom, it took off, and then we came out with these crazy shirts, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have people like him in my life. If it weren't for RWR, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So shout out to them guys.
So you've got it, and we've talked about it. You've got Richmond Flores. Well, Morgan's Vans Racing is something that you started?
Correct.
So when was that created, and how did that?
Well, I got my own YouTube channel. I did reaction videos, but I also did reaction videos to music because I love music. Like
I see
metal.
You're a big Upchurch fan like me, by the way. I'm a huge Upchurch fan.
Yeah, actually, man. He started following me back on YouTube, and we talked back and forth, so which is pretty cool. And I would never thought, but he blew my channel up. Believe it or not, doing his reactions blew my channel crazy because everybody in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, that loves his man, started hitting me up about everything. So that's what happened. But then I started doing my NASCAR stuff here and there. But I always had Morgan Vans, that was my thing. And then I said, well, if I'm going to join a racing league, I might as well add racing behind it. So, and that's how they came on board.
So not only do you focus on the pro premium side, which is what we've done and everything, but you've also been able to delve into iRacing. I mean, and we've seen, and like we've talked about in the previous interviews, that iRacing is really starting to become that epitome of the simulation world. We see the professional drivers are doing it when they can't get practice time. You see that it's now broadcasted nationwide. Was that kind of piquing your interest as far as now that popularity is really starting to grow, and then you guys have created your own team?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It's just being around, like I said, a couple of drivers that like Garrett Smithley's and William Byron's. Hell, who else I can? It's a lot of them. And I came on board with it. And me and Bobby sat back, and Jonathan, I was like, "Hey, let's go to that next level too. Let's go to it and let's try it out."
So when we talked to Charlie last week, Charlie's at Starcom. It's a small team, and just
Correct.
like Rick Ware is a small team. So with what you see, do you guys feel the same thing that kind of Charlie was talking about, that with the bigger teams that you have, those guys have a little bit more leeway, they've got more members and stuff? Does it put added pressure with a smaller team to compete against those bigger teams to try to get ready for Daytona, which comes up a week after the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, big time. Like Charlie told y'all last video, it put a lot of pressure on people. That man, I'm sure he won't probably leave that shop till probably 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some guys at our shop right now that's still there, probably busting tail to get stuff done. But it's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Like I said, hopefully these smaller teams will come on top this year and get us maybe a top 5. Hell, a win would be great, but a top 5 or top 10 would be awesome.
So when you go into the season, I know when you look at small single car teams or 2-car teams at that the goal, isn't, that you strive to be the best. But realistically, when you look at it, are you saying, okay, if we can put this in the top 15 or the top 20, hey, now we're starting to progress? Because gone are the days that you see the starting parks, every car, just like last week when we talked to Charlie, Quinn Huff's car competed in all 36 races. So is that your goal with Rick Ware, is that we're going to put a competitive car out there each week, not to go out there and make a little bit of money and park it, but you know what? We want to put that car up there so people know that Rick Ware Racing is supposed to be here.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. That's always a plan. I wouldn't consider you as a racer or owner or anybody that sit here and want to say they want to keep, don't want to finish in the top. Who
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a how can I put this? It's going to be something that obviously has got to take time. Smaller teams, everybody started small before, the Hendricks and RCRs and freaking, I don't know who else I'm forgetting, Wood Brothers. You know how that goes, go all the way back. So, and Petty's. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have to start small before you got, to the big boys. But I feel like this year and the year after, the smaller teams are going to have a better chance of going up front.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, with the new Gen 7 car, do you guys think that Rick Ware Racing is going to be able to get the top 5, get the top 10s, like Charlie said with Starcom? Like it's going to make the smaller teams more competitive with the bigger teams.
I feel that it will. I feel that it will because now that I think they're going single hub, if I'm not mistaken, with the newer cars. So I mean, just seeing them go around that track at Charlotte was awesome. And seeing that all the studies and all the the wind tunnels, I guess these cars go through and the stuff that they do to get these cars not only safer but better. I see Starcom, I see our side and everybody else that's smaller, like Go Fast Racing. I see all the cats going up far, up in their league and up front, leading a couple laps, maybe win the thing.
And we talk about it, and me and Bobby had talked about it before. The small teams in the news came out. I don't know if you saw it, to Marcus, with Morgan Shepard early on states of Parkinson's. So it kind of hits home, I'm sure, with those small single teams, that a guy like Morgan Shepard, who competes each and every year, he's always out there racing, unfortunately was able to not perform this year due to his medical condition. So we do wish him the best in that battle for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's one thing that you don't want to see is your family, which is NASCAR, everybody's family, no matter if you hate them or not, it's still a family. and somebody health is a big thing. So I hope that he gets better.
Yeah, that was rough seeing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and Rick Ware has actually seen some success because I believe, excuse me, over Cody, we saw Cody actually post back in October. He finally got a top 10 in his Xfinity debut, and that put Rick Ware in that position. I mean, you saw it. I'm sure that was a good little bump there around the garage.
Oh yeah, man, it was awesome, man. Actually, me and him was talking this past weekend, and we hung out. And that's Cody, man. That car, like him, road course racing. I don't care what people say about him or whatever. Duke is a hell of a road course driver. You can't take that from him. But him pushing that car up to the front like that was awesome. And seeing him get his first top 10, and I think in Xfinity, so that was a big move.
Well, since we're here and Ship walked away for a second, do you want to tell us about your Teesprings and all that?
Oh man, yeah, man. Y'all can go over to teespring.com, Morgan Vans. Put in Morgan Vans search and get you some merch, man. Like I said, until my website gets finished, it's gonna bother me crazy. Y'all can go over there and get some merch. I did some old school stuff, but I'm just trying to get my name out there and also put back towards this league and help everybody grow.
Absolutely. So tell us about the piece of sheet metal behind you, because I know I'm getting a lot of people asking about it.
Are they really?
Yeah, I'm getting text messages.
Like right now?
Yeah, I'm getting personal text messages asking what the heck's behind you.
Okay, so this car is from what Ship mentioned was it was our pro late model car.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Zach Keller, rookie driver, which was Christian's Arm, our sponsor here. So we put blood, sweat, and tears in this car, and some stuff that got damaged. So I said, well, I'll bust my tail off. I'm taking this back in part. So so yeah, obviously you see Rick Ware, of course me, Racing Jason, Fort Worth Printing. Shout out to them guys. You guys are freaking awesome down there in Texas. And Jacobs Companies, man, they our big sponsor in our Cup Series too. So yeah, that's a sheet metal.
What do you got, Ship? So,
and I don't know where you left off. I had a phone call, but
oh, you're all right.
So it's just there's a lot going on. So what is over at Rick Ware? When does your mindset shift? Because right now you were down there and you were seeing things. So how quickly does it shift from, all right, October's done, we just finished up, at Phoenix in November. Is it like that already? Here we go for Daytona, or was that already pre-planned earlier in the season?
Those guys already was jumping on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like soon as I say the last race of the season, which was Phoenix, as soon as that happened, man, those guys were on it, stripping the cars, getting stuff ready. You know how that goes. And they bust their tails. I mean, all those guys in the shop, if they're watching it, I can't name all of them, but we appreciate them. So they take their breaks. You know how that goes, and they go back, and it's time to grind again. So,
you guys excited about this year coming up?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. some big things happening. So oh yeah.
Well, you talk about it, and if you go through the Ware Racing website, as I scanned through, I mean, it's the first NASCAR Cup Series team in the modern era to have two female tire changers in the Daytona 500, which was Brianna Daniels and Brianna O'Leary, became the first female tire changers in the race. Rick Ware has posted 9 top 10s for the past 7 years in both Xfinity and camping. First team to pair a father and daughter in the Camping World Truck Series, in case you didn't know, that'd be Chrissy Wallace. And do you know her dad? Do you know her dad, Bobby?
Mike Wallace.
There you go. So looking forward now, to Marcus, you've been with Pro Premium for a couple of months now. And you always see our races and you see them streamed here on the YouTube channel. What's your outlook for the future as far as heat and where this all can go. I mean, we know that it's solely based on a gaming system, but the way that, from what I've heard from you and from what Jonathan and Charlie all say, there's no ceiling right now with what you believe in this thing, huh?
Uh, yeah, there's no ceiling, man. You can go as high as you want with this stuff. Hell, look at iRacing. That's all I can say.
I
They
know.
are going here and here and here, and then the money is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, I feel like this league or hell, iRace, anything can go up. If you have your mind to it, you can do it, and you got the right people behind you. That's all that matters.
Well, do you want to tell the viewers about the esports team that you guys, yourself and Jonathan set up through NASCAR Heat?
Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna do some esports stuff that we're gonna eventually come together and design some shirts and all that cool stuff. I'm just excited to see it grow. Like I said from the beginning, like I forgot who else was driving for him.
You've got myself in the 53. You've got Ron Brown in the 51. You've got Mike Senior in the 78 and
Correct.
the 13.
Yeah. Like I said,
Tim's running the 00 as a teammate.
Correct. So sorry, I forgot all the people, but it's it's pretty cool. Like I said, to see this now, seeing people walk around my town with that logo and Richmond Flores shirts on is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool seeing a few people at the track down in Florence with it on, which was awesome. And just people asking about it, like, "Hey, I think I've seen you on this, your name, but I never seen you in person. Is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah." It felt good. So.
Well, I mean, when you look forward to it, I mean, you've got a lot going on. You've got Rick Ware getting ready for it with those cars. You've got the iRacing stuff that's getting ready to pop. Of course, I think Bobby's wearing the hoodie that you had
Over.
There it is.
So y'all want to know how that started?
I would love to.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. The same time I met I didn't meet Jonathan, but I saw his car. I was just sitting around with a couple buddies, man. We was out drinking, and I was like, man, it's like October, November. You know, there's pumpkins everywhere. I was like, man. Everybody was like, yeah, you going to that NASCAR? I was like, yeah, I'm going to NASTober. What are you talking about? And then it came to my mind. I seen the logo. I hit my buddy up that owns the shop here. I was like, yo, how fast can you make a shirt that says NASTober? He was like, give me a couple minutes. Give me like a couple of hours or a day. I have it done. And boom. And then it just stuck with me. So every year I come up with some crazy idea, and there it is.
Well, since you're talking about it, bring up the story that you told me about Ross Chastain, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, okay. So I guess a couple of viewers out here, and I'm sure Ship, you probably know the guy Nashchasm. Y'all know who he is?
Yeah,
the guy that have his face blurred all the time. Okay, so me and him tweet a lot, and he was like, "Man, I need to get this pumpkin to Ross. I need to get this pumpkin to Ross." I was like, "Okay, well, I can go get the pumpkin, and I strap it down in my car, and I will personally deliver it to him. I'm going to Martinsville, baby." He's like, "Would you really do that?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "How much?" I said, "Dude, don't worry about paying. It's awesome. I want to do it." I get there, Ross was looking for me, and I had this big pumpkin in my hand. I was like, "Ross," he was like, "Yes, yes, yes." You brought it. I was like, "Yeah." So I put it in this hauler, and I remember it was like the last stage, and he was up front. I think a caution came out, and he had to come in, and he tried to fight his way back up. I think he finished what I want to say second or third, if I'm not mistaken. And we didn't get to smash the pumpkin, but it was pretty cool to see him get excited about that and showing that he's a humble guy.
So I'm looking through the chat, and we actually have a lot of people, which is great. We appreciate everybody being on. Somebody had asked, and I don't know if you know that, is it going to be cheaper with these next gen cars as far as maintenance and you think work, or is it you think it's still going to be about the same?
I feel like with these cars, man, the next gen cars, my opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you hitting one lug, like I said, it shouldn't take long for, you know what I'm saying, to get a
Mm-hmm.
tire off and get out. I feel like these cars will be, it'll save money for the bigger teams, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll still be kind of harder for the small teams like ours, but we'll probably save some money. And I think it'll be awesome. I think it'll be great.
So I'm actually getting a question here from Mike Senior. He wants to know if he can join us. So as obviously that is our other driver. So it's up to you and to Marcus if you guys want to bring in one
Yeah,
of our
give me a
drivers.
second. Let me see if I can get him so he can. I know he's excited. I should have him. You guys just talk amongst yourselves.
So to Marcus, why don't you show everybody the shirt, the Rich Marflores shirt behind you? I know a lot of people have been asking about those shirts. And
Oh, God. Don't fall.
Oh, 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 there's that moment that we needed for the channel.
This bad boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these shirts here, I have a few left. And I'm actually going to do some drawings, guys. Actually, I was talking with Jonathan. I was talking with Racing Jason. And I still have some Nestober shirts, but I'm sorry, guys, that are bigger. I only have larges, I think, left, or extra large left.
I think I'm a large if you need one. I think I'm a
Hey.
large.
Hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say we were ripping through those extra larges and
they
double
sold.
X pretty fast.
Yeah,
Tamarcus would literally message me and say, "Hey, I have this size, and this size," and I'd literally sell it like that.
Yeah, they were sold. So the ones I have left, I think I have a few that's sold, but I'm not for sure. I think I'm just gonna give away. Me and Jonathan was talking about it, so I'm gonna give some away, and I have a few Nestober shirts I'm gonna give away. But like I said on Teespring, you can get any size there. But speaking of shirts, if y'all both want to know, me, Jonathan, Racing Jason, and Fort Worth are coming with this crazy shirt. So stay tuned for that. So that's going to be something exciting.
I'm excited. Tell me when.
By the way, a lot of people are already saying they want shirts. Some people said they'll fit in a large. Some people said it's time to drop some shirt sizes if all you've got is large. So I think they can make it work. I sent Mike an invite. We'll see if he gets it.
I think somebody said they'll frame it.
Hey, I agree.
Yeah, David said I will take a large and frame it. Yeah, he's the one that we just sold him the extra or 2X, and he just got it, and he finished third last week in the trucks.
There you go.
Cool.
Humpy asked Billy, Billy, how long have you been in motorsports? How did it start? Where was your first intro to motorsports?
Are y'all ready for this?
Go ahead, bud. Lay it on.
All right, so I started. I got my obsession with cars when I was 6.
Mm-hmm.
Never really was around them much. I was actually in the house and the race was on. My dad was a big time Bobby Allison fan. The whole brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But Davey was his man too, all of them. But he said, you need to find a driver. So I was like, next person come up, I'm just going to start liking them. And Mark Martin popped up. And ever since then, I've been a Mark Martin fan. So if you go to my Twitter, you can see that Mark Martin started following me and my life changed.
That was your giddy moment. That was your girl moment.
It was awesome. And I got to meet him a couple of times and talk to him, which helped me out. But then I got older and got in street cars and street racing. Sorry. Just my passion of it. And I always wanted to work for NASCAR. It wasn't about being a fan. It was more about wanting to be inside of it all and learning and watching and being around it to know what it's like inside the pits, not outside the pits. See, when people come to the race, they only see the finished product. So there's a lot that goes on. These guys get their days early, get these cars tuned, go home, go to the room, sleep, get back up by 5:30, 6 o'clock, be at the track by 7. And do it all over again, make sure these cars are right. So when I got into it, man, it was something that blew my mind. Just I had to be there. I had to touch it. I had to be there. And the opportunity happened for me for almost 2.5 years ago, but I wasn't full time. But I was pretty much like I just wanted to go there and be there to learn more and pretty much give my time. So, and then I'm gonna break the news if y'all guys want to know now. I can do that.
Go ahead, break
go
it,
ahead.
man.
All right, so I did a thing. I started with RWR full time. I got that. And your boy will be on the road full time and doing all these events and stuff like that. So just know when I'm out there, I'm doing it not just for me. I'm doing it for you guys.
There you go. I'll give you a clap. There you go, bud.
Thanks,
Yeah.
bud.
Congrats, man.
So now that we talked a little bit about the racing and all that, tell us about how early you had to wake up this weekend for the races this weekend.
Oh man, whew. Talking about to leave there or to when I was there already?
I mean, you left bright and early. I know that. It was like 6 a.m. or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 5:30. So we drove down. Me and we took both the cars. So we took the bus, and then we took the dually to take the cars down. And I was wide awake. I was wired. And we get there, and just the smell of the track just wakes you up. Just the feeling of it. And then walking past Dale Jr.'s freaking Motorsports hauler thing sitting there, knowing that his presence is there was awesome. But waking up early, going to drop the cars off, testing, getting everything right. Then we stayed up pretty late, and we had a great time. The locals there was real nice people. And
Florence is really nice down there. The college is down there. Francis Marion, which I did an internship with down there. They built a new baseball stadium when I was there. It's really nice, the airport down there. So we'll get one more question in, I see, from the chat, and then I see that Mike Senior's in the waiting room, so I'll bring him in just a second.
I got a big one right here. Which one you want? You want Josh's or David's?
I was going to take David's.
Okay.
I was going to take David's.
So David's.
Yeah, go ahead.
David says, "Hi to Marcus, Ship, and Bobby. To Marcus, what is your most memorable racing moment as a fan and while working in NASCAR?"
What's going on, David? By the way, as a fan, as a fan, the most memorable moment would be I got two actually. Would be seeing Trevor Bayne win. That was one of my favorite ones at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
And then being at Martinsville, seeing Clint Boyer finally win at Martinsville was the most incredible thing that you can ever experience. And being there, and it was cold on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But as a worker, to be around the presence of the GOATs, man, the guys out there are the GOATs, no matter if they're rookies or not, being around them and talking to them and seeing how humble a lot of them are, how they treat fans, how they talk to people. Just like I said, just being able to touch those cars, just that feeling and hearing them fire up, man. I don't care if you hate racing, you go there and you get a pit pass and you go back there and see that stuff and just hear those cars fire up. It'll change your life.
Right.
So we haven't mentioned, I'll get him in real quick. The guys that are in the race that race a lot, Bobby actually decided to do a drawing tonight. So I know there's some in the chat that are waiting eagerly. They picked numbers. The development picked. Who else picked?
Development picked 1 through 50, and then the Busch Series picked 1 through 100.
So we've got two different drawings, and what they're drawing for is the DLC pack that came out for NASCAR Heat 5. The playoff pack actually hit some people's pockets. They weren't expecting that maybe with the season pass, but it threw some people off. So what the drawing is for tonight is for the code that will allow them to get that DLC pack. So towards the end of the show, after we do our recaps and we show the points and talk about all the other races and get ready for the next week, we'll do the drawing. So I know there's 15 people, and I know you're itching to.
Right.
So let me bring in. I know he's itching to come in.
Well,
but go
Ship,
ahead.
Hold on a sec. That question from Dave was for all three of us. So
man,
tell us what your favorite was as a fan, and then obviously I'll let you know mine.
Well, I recently, I got to go to Charlotte with my son in October over to the Roval. And that was a humbling experience. I used to go to Rockingham a lot when I was younger. My grandfather worked at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. I've got all of his stuff up here. And Seymour Johnson did the flyovers for Rockingham, and we would go there every year. It was the race after Daytona. So it was cold, it was miserable, but it was a lot of fun. And those were some moments that I had with my grandfather going there. Johnny Benson winning at Rockingham, pulling it off in the number 10 Valvoline was really cool. But this past race at the Roval, bringing my son, you've talked to my son, Bobby, you've shown him your collection, and he is 6, and he can basically name off every picture you've got, every car you've got, every die cast. He is a diehard NASCAR fan. He got excited when me and you had talked who we thought, and I told him he had to go to bed because he couldn't stay up that late. But he is for sure, he is more than me. He's got a tire that is now nailed above his bed that he made me buy. That was Alex Bowman's tire from Las Vegas that I had shipped here from Rick Hendrick. So that's nailed above his wall. So he's just, and that was the humbling thing, is being able to take my son, who is 6. I've taken him to monster truck shows before. He loved those, but that was probably my most exciting, not more as a fan, but as a parent, being able to take him and seeing that enjoyment. That's what made me excited.
I think I have 2, honestly. Like to Marcus, my biggest one was when Carl Edwards won his first race, and I got to see him do a backflip. I used to be a Carl Edwards fanatic.
I told you, me and you were fans of him. He was my favorite.
I know. And when he won that thing and did his backflip, I had tears rolling out of my eyes. I was all excited. I did get his autograph when he raced at Toledo Speedway. They did a test session up here, and I did get his autograph. So that was really cool to be able to have that. The other moment would have to be when Jimmy Johnson, and you guys all know I'm a huge Jimmy Johnson fan, but when Jimmy Johnson won 5 in a row, I have never in my life felt the amount of, I don't even know how to describe it. My body it was nuts. Like, I had tears rolling out of my eyes. I was happy. It's a weird feeling. And to Marcus, I know that when you guys have won a race like that, you guys get that raw emotion too.
I'm basically, it's going to happen. I mean, like I said, when it happens, yeah. It's going to happen for us. Even when we get out, like when Cody got 7th at the Roval, it made us, a little emotional in a good way. And I see y'all guys have a lot of questions. Holy crap.
Yeah, they're rolling in, and it's great. And I mean, to be this week, and it's been incredible. The comments, thank you everybody that's on. Make sure hit that subscribe button that's right below the notifications button. That way, when we go live, you go live. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. To Marcus, you want to? I can't remember how you spell your stuff on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube.
It's literally
the same thing. It's Morgan Vans. I think it's 336. I'm not mistaken.
I forgot the number.
Look me up. Yeah.
Let me bring him in. He's been sitting in the waiting room for a while. Let me bring him in.
We're gonna have to say sorry to him.
He's joining. Now he's got to turn on his camera. We'll get him. I'll ask him to start. So while he gets in. So again, thank you to everybody. I mean, the amount, and I don't know if you saw, David said he actually got goosebumps listening to the answers, by the way. That was really cool. And
see, you had one from, give me 1 second. I think it was Joshua. What's his name?
Joshua Jaguar. Yeah,
Joshua Jaguar.
Okay. He asked, I think, what was the average cost at a race?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does he mean by that? Like,
I think it's, and I don't know if he's referring to the cost total for a shop prepping for the race, I guess. And we know that's going to be in the highs. We get that. And I think that's kind of where that's going to, as far as maintenance, prepping, going through inspections, your tires. I mean, but all that is also pre-planned prior to the season even starting, from what I'm understanding is, I mean, it's just like any business. You have a budget. This is your budget for Daytona. Here's your budget for Martinsville. Here's your budget for Phoenix. Go do what you can with that money.
Well, to Marcus, throw this out there. Tell him the number that you told me for a set of tires when you and I were talking that one day, and it blew my mind.
Are you talking about the whole tires as in for the Cup Series or for the actual Pro Late models?
Well, both.
Well, I can't give that number. I don't know. Just saying. That's out of my pay range.
He just got on, man. Don't push him out of that. He just got on.
But when it comes down to the Pro Late Model Series, man, it can range thousands of dollars. It depends how many tires you get and scuffs and all that good stuff.
Well, we brought him in. Bobby, you can. I'll let you talk to Senior there. I see he's having difficulty with his camera.
Yeah, it keeps falling over. Mike, can you hear us? Nope.
Nope.
He went away.
No. We'll make it work. We'll see. I think he turned it off, but
he's getting used to it. He had the same problem that Tamarcus did with connecting to the where he couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. So while we're talking, and Tamarcus, you've been part of it. So, I mean, and you've seen it. So I'll go ahead and we've talked about it, and you've seen most of the races. So we'll discuss what we've got going on through the series. I'll kind of do my share here, and most of you guys can see. So Bobby, take us through. This is the point standings after Chicago. You guys raced a week ago tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So you guys had Chicagoland. Walk me through that. I mean, you're in the series, as you can see. It's you're in first, holding pretty strongly up here at 8-11.
Yeah. That race was absolutely phenomenal. We had a late race caution with 4 to go, and I was the only one that decided to go down pit road. Tamarcus, he was actually in the race, so he can actually, or well, not in the race, but he was in the stream, so he can actually tell you guys this too. I started dead last with 4 to go and came rushing through the field. Everybody else was on worn tires, got up to the leader with 3 to go, coming to the white flag, cleared him coming out of 4, and the rest was history. We had a caution come out right as we went into turn 3. But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, I've got 8-11. Miz has got 596. You've got David with 596. Both of them, obviously. Once the playoffs come around, obviously, I will have, with my 10 wins, I will have 50 bonus points. Going into the playoffs, David will have 5. Everybody else has not won a race, so it's right where you see it is where everybody's at.
And it's pretty close when you look at it from 10th all the way up to 6th. I mean, you're only talking about 40 points here or there. How many races left until the playoffs start?
3. We have Vegas tomorrow, and then we go to Watkins Glen, and I will look and see what the last track is because I'm not quite sure. I forgot to send that to you.
Okay.
But I will look at that real quick. We are at Vegas, Watkins Glen, and Auto Club. And then once we get into the playoffs, we will have Martinsville, Kansas, Indy, then Canadian Tire, Talladega, Texas. And most of you know Jonathan Morsey has connections with Dover Raceway, and that's where we're going to round it out at.
So, Tamarcus, you've watched a lot of this. What's your take on, it seems, do you think it's still anybody's game when it comes to the playoffs, don't you think?
Oh yeah, man. That's one thing you can't count out anybody. When it comes down to playoffs, anything can happen. Like, just because you're below the cut line doesn't mean you can't make it. I've seen it happen in real life. I'm sure all of you seen it when you watch the race on TV. So, right. Like Kevin Harvick this year, like what the F? Like, come on. So it's possible.
That's the Rich Marflores Cup Series, and we'll move over. This is the Morgan's Vans Busch Series. Hint, hint. Yeah. There we go. Might as well get them in there. So Bobby, walk us through this one. What was it like last Wednesday?
All right. So this race was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Kyle Petrie, God bless his soul. He keeps getting second place. He's been hitting that bridesmaid really hard lately. 6 races in a row that he has finished with second place. But if you look down, and I know this sounds really crazy, but if you look all the way down in 20th, you see a guy named Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 60 points. I have been working with him, helping him out with what I can. Literally 60 points. That was his first race. Wins the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When we go into the playoffs, he's right there. He's already in.
Yep.
So I mean, you've got Kyle Petrie without a win. You've got Vince, Alex, Silver Thunder, Buddy, Dave.
Yeah, the top 7 are without wins.
Right, and then if you actually look at the points real close, I mean, 218, 215, 191, 170.
3 guys.
I mean, 3 guys tied for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Then you have 2 guys tied for 8th and 9th. I mean, these points are incredibly close. I mean, heck, look at Joshua Jaguar and Ronald tied. One of them's outside, or one of them's inside, one of them's outside. Then you got Hoosier. That's right there, 2 points back.
I'm still not saying his name. Exactly.
Hoosier daddy.
Exactly. So that's New Hampshire. Where are they at on Wednesday?
They are at. Sorry about this.
Mm-hmm.
They are at Gateway. We don't race Wednesday.
That's for Thanksgiving.
We actually gave everybody the race off. They will follow up after the holiday.
Okay.
So Cup Series tomorrow night at Vegas, and then everybody's gonna take some time off with the families.
Mm-hmm.
Come back. Development Series will start back up on Saturday.
All right, so we move over. Here's the Development Series standings, as you can see, and there's some pretty good competition up here. I mean, we're seeing a good spread once we get between, say, 3rd through 5th, and then 6th. But see, the reason we're seeing that is we had a really strong influx, and the reason I had done this is I was trying to bring Mike on, but I don't think he's here still. Because this is his pride and joy. Mike has really gone hard at the Development Series, creating these guys, bringing in these drivers. And from what we've seen right here, I mean, it's showing, because you can see a lot of new drivers in this point standings.
Yeah, you want me to have him call me and put him on speaker so that way he can explain the Development Series?
Yeah, absolutely. See if we can get him. I know he was having issues there with his
Yeah.
I just told him that I'm going to call him and I'm going to put him on speaker so that way he can join us. But go ahead. Go ahead and talk.
I also see some people in the comments are saying about they're supposed to be a NASCAR driver tonight, and somebody said when you get on, you should get Chase Elliott. Clyde is hard to get. Clyde is really hard to get. I'm gonna put it that way. Yeah, Chase is really hard, but maybe one day.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get there eventually. Yeah. We got hopes. We got dreams.
I had Garrett. Everybody. He was going to do it, but he had some business to take care of for this season stuff coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry on that end, because he was going to come in for like 15 minutes. But he did say he's going to try to come on and talk and get let y'all answer questions. So
yeah, absolutely. That, so. And we always understand. I mean, with the way that they call it, the dead season goes, sometimes you're not expecting anything. Sometimes something pops up, sponsors, other obligations. It's completely understandable, and we're appreciative to anybody that even comes on and takes their little time to even come out here and talk to us. And I mean, you've seen it the past 2, and including yourself tonight. I mean, the stories that we've heard, the knowledge that we've had behind all 3 of you guys has been immensely more than what anybody could have expected for these 3 weeks for the weekend review.
Oh yeah. I'm just, like I said, I'm excited. I'm blessed beyond words. When it comes down to things, I know people don't want to hear this. I'm sure a lot of people out here struggling. What's going on with this COVID crap? Keep your head up. I was in your boat. Just trust me. I'm not perfect at all. And I'm sure this league somewhat helps people get through this tough times, which is what I want. And Cindy, like I said, just coming on this league, man, meeting you, Ship, was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, and it just you don't know who you're gonna meet down the road. So, like I said, I mean,
no
you
offense, I
seem
didn't
like
know you a month and a half ago. I had no idea who
exactly.
you were. I don't mean that in a
Exactly.
rude way, but neither of you I knew 2 months
Right.
ago.
Yeah, it's
All right.
cool.
So you guys want to talk to Mike real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and get him. Can he hear me?
No, he can't hear you, but he can hear us.
Okay. So I mean, just have him. You know, this is something that he really takes pride in. He's up there sitting in second right now in the point standings, but I know he really truly bleeds for this development league. So how does it make him feel as far as the progression that he's seen with the influx of new drivers?
Mike, you're live, so go ahead and talk about the development series, and I'm sure you can hear Ship. I unplugged my headset.
Yeah, I got you. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, bud.
All right, awesome. Yeah, no, the development series has turned out to be something that, one, I guess I didn't expect quite to be so successful at first. I mean, this development, you're going to take your time. I mean, I thrive on making sure that everybody gets what they need to, work together, the team. Nobody's better than anybody in development. We're all there for a reason, and that is to become more driver aware, more communication aware, to try to make sure that we give the best that we can in for the broadcast and everything else. And it's incredible. These guys work hard every week. They give their 110%. They're respectful towards each other. They become a family. So I mean, I can't give enough praise to these guys for all the hard work that they do, and it shows. Just by the racing alone, some of these guys came in on a road course immediately the first time. That turned out to be an excellent race. It was a little hectic at the road course, but they did a great job. Then last week was great. Overall, I mean, these guys, I can't give them enough praise because I appreciate all that hard work for all of us.
Well, we appreciate it, Mike. We know that you really take a lot of pride in that development series, and you always preach respect and working hard. So congrats on the growth of that development, brother.
Oh, thank you very much. And thank you, Marcus, if you can still hear me, for the privilege of driving for you and representing your name. Ship, glad to see you back. I'm very glad to see you back. And, of course, like Bobby, having me here and giving me a chance to, take that development league and to make it something that we can, the sponsors and everybody can watch, the younger people that are coming into this thing that want to be here, they watch it grow, develop, and then they become followers of them, which who knows, as Marcus says, the limits of this league are unbelievable. And we can take this as far as we want to go. Just got to be able to stick together and do it as a team.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate it, Mike. Thanks for that insight, brother. You have a good night.
Oh, you too. Thank you very much.
All right. So it is
Ship,
now. Yeah.
I see you have your tab open and my Instagram is there. If you
I
can click
told
there,
What would you like me to look at, sir?
the first video.
Okay, let me go up.
I know people were asking
You're
that
talking about
one.
this one?
Correct.
Okay, hang on. I'll even bring it up. I like to screen share.
This is hilarious.
So
Oh, I got that. Let me hang on. There it goes.
I can't with this. Is this the low?
Oh man, he made it a
On that-
TikTok.
So on that video, we are shooting something exclusive
Yeah.
there, which I can't wait for everybody to see. That was from my TikTok, of course. Gary's a crazy dude. I love him. But I told him, I said, "Hey man, I'm putting you on TikTok," and he's like, "Please, let's do something funny." And he did that, and just showing that he's a funny kid. He's human. He's not like NASCAR drivers are people like us, and people don't see that. So seeing how funny he is and he's down to earth, it brings joy.
So we are coming up to our last few minutes of the show. First off, to Marcus, I want to thank you so much. Me and Bobby both appreciate you being here tonight.
Absolutely.
You're the first guest that stayed with us the whole show. How about that? You get to be the first guest that stays with us the whole show. We appreciated everybody. Thank you in the comments. All the the questions, the comments. Mike Senior calling in to give us his insight. So I will get to it because I know people want to know. Which one do you want to? Which one do you want to start with first?
Let's do the development series because I'm
Okay.
anxious for that one, and I'll actually tell
I've
you
got
who
the
the winner
picture.
is.
You know, I've got the picture up
I know.
here.
Yep.
I can click it if I need to.
Yeah, click it, and I'm
All
gonna
right.
I'm gonna say who the winner is.
Oh, she's there. You go.
All right, so the Emily Bazette, she picked the 20, and we obviously you can see the wheel picker right there. We spun it around, and she won the copy of the DLC for NASCAR Heat 5 for the playoff pack.
Auto girl. I can't say auto boy, but auto girl.
Atta girl. There we go. So congrats to Emily. She gets that. So I'm sure Bobby will reach out and get all that to her.
Yeah, I will send those out. I will send those out right after the stream.
All right. So this one was actually pretty close. This next one.
This one, it literally, I'm not even kidding when I say this. It came down to literally a point. So I before you do it, I'm gonna tell.
I already did it.
Oh, okay. So Billy Milner and Kyle Wilson, they were side by side.
Ooh.
They were super close. So they're sitting there, and it's literally one picks one number, one picks the other. Next thing you know, I look at it and I'm like, let's do the random. I was like, all right, well, it ain't gonna be either one of these guys. There's no way because they both picked us. It was boom, boom, right in the middle. 44. Kyle Wilson gets it. He picks 43.
So congrats to Kyle Wilson. He gets to get that DLC pack. So 2 great drawings. Congrats to Emily. Congrats to Kyle. Thank you to Marcus. Anything you need to plug? You want to get anything out there? I always ask people.
Who, me?
Yeah, you got. I don't know if you're still on MySpace. I don't know if you've got a Foursquare.
No.
Are you on Foursquare?
What is that?
You don't remember Foursquare?
MySpace.com/DeMarcus Morgan.
There you go. He still has Tom as his first friend, man.
Everybody has Tom.
Hey,
you guys.
I enjoyed MySpace because I could update my profile. I could put music. I could do filters. I liked it.
If anybody want to, man, like I said, I'm a normal person. If you want to follow me on all social media platforms, which is clearly here, which is my Instagram right there.
There you go.
Add me, man. I mean, just add me and support me, and just know y'all are going on the adventure with me this year. So stay tuned with that.
He does post a lot, guys. They did their Ryan Blaney stuff, which was great.
Yeah. Click on that because I want Tamarcus to talk about that.
Exactly. We got some time. You can explain that.
That was actually
time?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, we usually get off about close to 10 o'clock, so we still have plenty of time.
I know people gonna want to ask and go questions away. So y'all can start out with if y'all want to know how I got started.
Yeah.
So, me and good old Ryan Baloney, aka Ryan Blaney, we okay, you know his organization that he has, his foundation for Alzheimer's. I was at his house one day, man. I was like, man, those shoes are dope. Like, I was just saying they were dope. That's all I said. He said, you want them? I was like, what? He's like, you want them? I'm like, yeah, sure. Then I was like, you know what? Sign these things, dude. So he said, okay. And I was like, you know what, Ryan? I think since me and you are friends, we're buddies, I don't need your stuff in my house. I was like, how about I post these things up for an auction, and whoever comes through and buy them, which I'm not throwing this crazy number out right now because we're going to let that go. But whoever buys them, I'm donating all the money to your foundation. And that's what I did. So that came out. That was awesome. I couldn't thank that guy enough, man. I really can't. He's just the most humblest dude in the world. And yes, Tim, you have his autograph.
Yes. See, look, this is, everybody knows me as a Jimmy Johnson fan, but when I became a Rusty Wallace fan, you can't root for just Rusty. You got to root for Jeremy Mayfield and Penske at that point.
Yeah.
And when everything happened to Jeremy, obviously was still following Rusty, and we actually turned into. I started pulling for Blaney. That's when you posted those. Trust me, I honestly I was thinking about bidding on them myself.
By the way, Ship, that picture that you was scrolling on.
Yeah.
That's an awesome picture, by the way.
I love that picture.
Correct. That's our team, and of course the GOAT.
The
It
goat.
was a guy. It was a guy that you clicked on up underneath that one. I think it was Zach Keller. It was me, Zach Keller, and Raja.
Is it
right
this
there.
one?
Correct. He's an upcoming driver. He races for Rev Racing.
Mhm.
The black gentleman. The white guy in the middle is Zach Keller. He's the guy that runs this sheet metal car that we had here. He's moving on, and good luck to him for his
Mhm.
journey. Yeah. It's that picture there is something that I always cherish, knowing those two young men are coming up.
Absolutely.
And it's like I said, I get attached to stuff like this because you never know.
Mhm.
And I like I said, I'm just blessed. Y'all got any more questions or anything? I'm here to answer. If
Oh
there's
yeah.
something.
I mean, literally, I could just scroll through your Instagram.
Keep going.
What else we got? What about this one? What's this one back in June?
That's that killer again. We was getting them. I was getting them ready, suiting them up, getting them like not suiting them up, but make sure his seatbelts was tight, make sure he was golden. And I said something to him there. I think I told him, go out, have fun. Just know that you have an opportunity a lot of people don't, and enjoy your time.
Let's see. We'll find one more because, as you can see, he does a lot.
We've got Jade in here saying that RWR has a new fan.
Thanks,
Hey.
buddy. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate that.
That's a really good one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's one down below that you want to click on. I can't remember where it is.
I'm not gonna throw through his whole Instagram, man. We got.
It's nothing bad.
No,
there.
right there. There. I mean, right there's the. That's old school.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which one though?
You got Ryan Blaney right there with Tamarcus.
If you go up, God Almighty. If you go up,
hey,
Rutledge.
Yeah, it's my buddy. It's my buddy. He's big in the cars. That one with Cal Busch. If you go over to your left, I was there at Homestead, and I got that footage, dude, and that was awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That was awesome. It changed my life. Like just seeing that in person really was pretty cool. Never been to a championship race. And there's another picture with me and Ryan Blaney chasing, I think it's Mama Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Hang on. I'm scrolling through.
Is it down?
You good? No.
Is it that one?
No.
I need to go up.
Correct.
Okay, hang on.
Right there.
This one? Yep.
Yeah. Y'all can ask questions away on that one. Let's see. That night was yeah, that's when I think COVID happened, all this crap was going on, and
right around May, yeah.
Sorry we didn't have our masks on the pictures to all you people that probably gonna get mad about it, but so be it. We were just us four, and we were just to ourselves kicking it low key, and Ryan was like, "Hey, buddy, you should come out and hang out," and that's the night that fans were hassling all of us. But we got free shots out of it.
Hey, how tall are you, by the way? Because your height here. I'm giving you like a good, 5'8", 5'9", maybe.
No, I'm taller than
that. I'd say Ryan.
You gotta think Blaney's in boots, buddy.
That's what it. Okay.
I was gonna say Blaney's probably 6'1", and Tamarcus is probably 5'11".
See, I said 5'11". That's what I was saying.
I'm 5'11". Blaney's like 5'10".
Okay.
Say awesome. Okay.
See, Clyde is 6 foot. Chase is tall.
Well.
Okay. So David just asked this. I have to ask, what driver are you a fan of in the league? Yikes.
Hey, let's put him on the spot.
Yikes.
Which league?
Spot. No, our whole league. Each series.
Okay.
No pressure.
Since now y'all have a girl, I'm pulling for a girl. I'm being serious, man. I always go for the ones that nobody really think about. So Emily, you better start doing your damn job. I'm just kidding. No, she's good. I'm proud. Poor girl, she's doing better than I would probably do. I would say, Jesus, man, you put me on the spot. What's that? Memphis is really, really, really. I'm leaning towards him. The new guy the other night is. I have a lot, Bobby. You asked this question.
Yeah,
No, it
new
wasn't
guy-
us asking.
It wasn't us.
the
It was
chat,
David.
man. You see it? It's right there.
Yeah, David, right there.
Oh wow, David! Damn it, dude.
Give the fans what they want.
It's a lot of you guys, man.
It's
that
David
I'm really
Wu.
liking.
David Wu just asked. Like,
That's what I was talking. Oh, that's him.
it's him that asked.
Shut, dude. Thank you also for getting the shirt, man. It looks good, by the way. He dude, the other night, him racing that truck and giving y'all the line how he was driving.
Mhm.
I became a fan of his. Believe it or not, that night I was like, "Yo, okay, I like that kid. That guy, he can drive."
I'm actually gonna steal this from you real quick. I'm gonna make the announcement now. I was gonna wait, but after saying this, Dave Wu is officially he's a development driver, but he is officially going to the 88 truck in the Busch series or in the truck series effective immediately.
He deserves it, man. That kid, the way he was driving, I think he's using the wheel too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Okay, cool. God, you pushing me, man.
You can give the political answer, man. Just give the political.
I'm giving the guy that I think deserve it, and everybody probably saying the same thing. The one that keeps coming in second freaking place, but
Kyle.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of all of them, man. It's hard. It's really hard because when you sponsor a league, you're a fan of all of them because they all can just pull something out and win. Of course, I'm a fan of this box head dude on the screen with you, Mike Senior. I'm forgetting
this one.
Yes, that guy.
That one.
Yeah. Of course, Tim. Just all of them, man. All of them, even if they don't finish the race up top, it's just all. Oh, he's on the controller.
Yeah, wow. I just seen that.
Wow. But all of them, man. I'm a fan of all of them. To believe it or not, man. It's not because I sponsor the league. I sponsor Bobby. I'm gonna be Bobby. This nah, man. I told Bobby from the start, man. I love competition, and if everybody wins, I'm game for it.
Right.
Well, we appreciate it, man. I mean, we've done almost an hour and 20 minutes tonight. I think.
Keep going.
I want to give it.
No, I was kidding.
I gotta go to work tomorrow, man.
Yeah, me too. But I gotta edit a lot of videos and pictures and stuff.
I want to go through our sponsors real quick too.
Go ahead, get them in.
All right, so we got Richmar Flores, Morgan Vans Racing, obviously the guy down here. Appalachian Howler Hunters, Milner Transport, B3 Ranch, Eldridge Skating, Steel Safe Shelters, Racing Jason, Wrecking and Racing Podcast, Peak Auto, Rogers Racing Engines, Penguin City Beer, Charlie Langenstein, which is going to be Wrench Twister 00.
Yes.
You also have Ryan Daly Designs, and I say Ryan Daly Designs because that is our next guest for next week's episode, and it is super exciting. He is the designer for Starcom Racing and also for Ryan Sieg Racing.
That's awesome.
So that'll be a great exciting time next week for us. Make sure, guys, I mean, we appreciate everybody being on here. Thank you to Tamarcus, for myself, for Bobby, for the whole league. We appreciate everybody joining us.
And before you go, can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Just one more.
Go ahead.
Guys, please be careful out here. Everybody don't take COVID serious, please. Out of respect for yourself, your family, just wear your mask out and just be safe and just do the right thing, please. And also just know I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay on this league and we're gonna keep making this thing grow. And Shep, man, hit me a text, man, so I can get you a shirt. And everybody else,
I got your number now. We're good.
So yeah. But thanks again, man. Y'all guys are awesome.
Hey, everybody, have a good night. Thank y'all for joining us. Make sure to join us tomorrow for the Pro Richmar Flores Cup Series, and then there's a break, and then Saturday, and then Sunday, and then you'll be